Hey, what's up everybody? Zach here today with Review Empire, and we're going to make a video today showing how to do a very special smoking technique that all you need is just one of these cheaper drum style grills that can be difficult to do offset smoking, especially if you're wanting to do longer smoke times to where you're going to cook like a Boston butt or some ribs or maybe even a brisket. These things are stuff that you really just can't cook right, like on a small Weber grill or something like that. But using this technique, if you don't have a smoker, you can make it happen with this. So this is called the snake technique. Also, please hit that like button for me. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, it would be much appreciated. Thank y'all so much. Got some Kingsford charcoal here, and you're just gonna wanna dump a decently sizable amount. Dump that into the grill. Sorry about I got a neighbor over here mowing some grass, so if you hear that in the background, that's what's going on. But we're just out here getting ready to smoke a spatchcock chicken. I made a video showing how I prepared that and got it ready, so you can check that out on my channel. And what you want to do is you want to tear a little piece of your charcoal bag off. And you're just going to sort of jam that into the grill, right up underneath the grate. And then you're going to start taking these charcoals and you're just going to line them up like this around your grill. And I like to put one on top like this. And so what you're doing basically is you're creating a charcoal fuse. And what you do is you light the fuse and it just sits there and burns incredibly slowly and puts off enough heat to keep a grill like this at that 225, 250 mark that you're trying to hit whenever you're smoking a big piece of meat that you're wanting to break down and make tender and still keep juicy. This is something that takes a little time to set up, but if you can't afford a big smoker or either don't want one or don't want to afford one, but you still would love to be able to make you and your buddies or your family a nice slab of ribs or have some pulled pork without having to go out and pay an arm and a leg to have somebody do it for you, and also just to have a good excuse to sit around the grill and drink a cold one. This is a great way to try something new and to also wind up with a pretty good product at the end. And so once you get all the way down one side, like how I've got it right here, you're going to want to start to turn this. And I don't really like to use partial pieces until the very end, and sometimes I like to make sure that I use whole pieces, because when you're burning whole pieces, you know that you're pretty consistently burning the same amount of charcoal all the way down that snake. So, and really this pile here, this is how you control your temp. When I first started doing this, I was burning this with just the two. And I figured out really quickly that that was not going to be enough charcoal to put off enough heat for me to cook in the way that I want to cook. And so I learned that I needed to stack that other one up on there, and that was going to be the winner. And that has worked really well for me so far. But if I wanted more heat, which I think I'm actually going to want a little bit more heat today, because I'm going to be cooking a chicken, and you want to cook your chicken just a little bit warmer and a little bit faster than pork, you're going to want a little bit more heat. And you can't just come into this thing and turn the heat up. You have to add more charcoal to the pile so that as it burns down through there, the pile that's burning has got a little more charcoal, and that's how you get more heat. And so you saw about how much I poured in there, and you see that it took me about 3 or 4 minutes to set this stuff up. And that's gonna burn all the way down, and it's gonna turn the corner, and it's gonna come this way. And I really feel like this right here, this amount that you see, this is about probably 6.5 or 7 hours worth of charcoal. So this, believe it or not, this is gonna burn for like the next 6 to 7 hours. So I think that's gonna be plenty of time, because what we're looking at with this chicken is closer to 2.5 to 3.5 hours. So I think that this is gonna be plenty good. What we're gonna do now is we are going to, now that I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna restack this just a little bit, because with me needing more heat, I'm gonna stack these up closer together, and it's going to produce just a little bit more heat, because these charcoals are a little bit more condensed this way, and should help me get that internal temp in the amount of time that it takes to cook that chicken without it being too long and drying it out. Chicken is, you know, it's real finicky when you cook it. You've either got your temp right and your time right, or you're gonna have dry chicken, or you're gonna have undercooked chicken. It's not gonna wanna come off the bone, and nobody wants that. Nobody likes to have to snatch chicken off the bone. Well, I say nobody. There's people out there that eat raw meat. I don't know. Maybe you like to eat raw meat and this is the worst nightmare for you, cooking food. I don't know. But I like to cook my food, and I like for it to be delicious, and I like to have options, and I like to try new things when I'm cooking. And when I came across this method, I thought, man, this is some kind of cool, and I was never really let down by it. I am going to be doing a comparison video cooking the spatchcock chicken on this grill and using this method. And then I've also got a Pit Boss vertical smoker that I am going to cook one on it as well. And we're going to kind of look at how long it took having that perfect control over the temp on the Pit Boss versus having the less control on the temp but still a consistent temp on this char griller barrel style grill using this method. And so now what I'm going to do is I have got that paper stuck in there, and I'm just going to sneak around. This is how I like to do it. That's what she said. And you're not lighting the whole thing. You are simply just getting one end of this charcoal lit. If you don't have one of these little tanks, if you don't have one of these, I recommend getting one. It's a great way to light your charcoal, and it's a great thing just to have around. It really doesn't take that long. What you're looking for is just to get a little bit of that white. And that's pretty much, some people struggle so much to get charcoal in, and I don't get it. I mean, you get a little bit of white on there, and trust me, I'm not gonna have to touch this thing again. It's gonna slowly make its way all the way around that snake, and it's just gonna be real consistent and real reliable. So we've had the heat to this thing for probably a minute now. We'll give it about another 30 seconds, and that should be good. And that should allow it to get lit. And what we'll do is we'll put the grate on top of the coal, and we'll shut the grill down and let some of that heat build up in there and sort of sanitize it a little bit on the inside with some of that heat. And then we're going to be bringing that chicken down, and we're going to set it up and get it going. We're going to be putting a meat probe directly into the thickest part of the breast, and we're going to be looking to get to around that 165 markish on the breast and about 175, 180 on the legs and thighs. And we're going to see how long it takes to get it there on this grill using this method versus the good old Pit Boss with the pellets and the precise computerized temperature control. Me, I'm a little bit of a pyromaniac, and so I like messing with charcoal, I like messing with fire, and so I'm still gonna cook stuff this way on this grill very often, even though I've got the luxury of that Pit Boss and the pellet control that you get from that. And most guys are the same way. You know, it's a primitive thing. We like fire. You know, we just do. We like fire, we like to cook things, and we like to eat. So this is, you know, pretty much my happy place right now. I hope you guys have been happy watching this video. I hope you've learned something. If you click this link because you wanted to learn how to do this method, I hope that I've answered all of your questions. If I haven't, please, ask me. I always respond. I really put a lot of effort in responding to all the comments. Please, help my channel out. Hit that like button for me. If you like this sort of stuff, hit the notification bell. That way you'll know when I put up another video. And definitely become a subscriber. Love subscribers. I love interacting with you guys. I love learning from y'all. I love when you ask, hey, can you do this video? The reason I'm doing this video is because I made a video reviewing this grill a while back, and I said that I had been cooking like this and mentioned that I might do a video, and somebody watched it and reminded me, because I had forgotten. And they reminded me that said I was going to do it, and they want to see it. So this is for you, my friend. This video is for you. You reminded me of it, so thank you very much. I hope this is what you're wanting to know. And you check out my next video where we're going to have the chicken on here. We're going to show how it all turned out. So guys, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for tuning in. And if you made it to this point, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see y'all in the next video. Thanks so much.